There's the old James Carville line. This is going back to the Clinton administration. It's the economy, stupid. That basic political idea is that that's really all that matters when it comes to politics, when it comes to who's going to get elected. It's the economy. People look to their pockets, how much money they're making, what their situation is. And I always believe that to be the case. Again, over the past several election cycles, however, it's changed to some degree. I don't know. And, I'd love to have that conversation with James Carville. What his thoughts on whether or not that idea that's all that matters is the economy in people's pockets. We'll get into that because guess what? Public pessimism on the economy hits, and wait for it, all-time high. An all-time high. Now, for the political party that's not in power, the elephants should be like, oh my God, we are going to kick some major buttocks. But they also thought that last year at the midterms, where again, public pessimism was pretty damn high and Republicans couldn't deliver. It's a story today from CNBC. Amid persistent inflation, higher interest rates, and recession worries, Americans have never been more negative about the economy. A record 69% of the public, 7 out of 10 Americans have a negative view on the economy now and into the future. The largest number in the survey's 17-year history. Americans disapprove of Biden's handling of the economy by a 62 to 34% margin. Got widespread disapproval. And again, it wasn't as bad last November, but it was bad. It was bad. And look at how the elephants fared with that. Again, here's another story in regards to Bidenomics. This is a editorial piece today. The media are wondering why the public continues to be sour on the U.S. economy, despite the Biden administration's attempt to explain how great and wonderful it is. They always parade those guys out. The answer lies in a startling comment by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on Monday. Americans have received a pay cut for 24 consecutive months, the longest streak in American history as inflation has persisted. In fact, since President Biden took office, families have lost the equivalent of $7,400 worth of income. This means Americans haven't had a raise since Biden took office. Again, it's what inflation does. And again, it's the stuff that we have to buy and utilize. We're doing every single day. That's what hits families the worst. Let's get back to James Carville, and it's the economy, stupid. What I'm watching right now, as far as politics are concerned, and various different candidates, the Republicans are going out of their way, just like they did in 2022, to screw it up. To screw it up. Why all of this grand focus on social issues? Put them aside. If you want to make a comment about some of the trans nonsense that takes place, it's fine. You can let your opinion be heard. It's an issue. It's an issue. I talked a little bit about the whole Bud Light thing going on here. And again, I'm a big fan of women's sports, and the trans men are ruining women's sports. There's no doubt about it. That's my belief. That's my belief. But, there's an old saying, got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, it's if the elephant's out there, it's almost like you have a house, okay? A hurricane comes through and does damage to your house. You got your roofing tiles come off. You got a big hole in your roof. And again, that's an issue. You also had, a couple pictures on your wall that were knocked astray. What's more important? Fixing the pictures on the wall, straightening the pictures on the wall, or fixing the hole in the roof? And that's what we're facing right now. And like I said, I'm an equal opportunity basher here on the program. I am a huge fan of Ron DeSantis and what he has managed to do in the state of Florida. Again, you are what your record says you are, and you can take a look at what he's managed to do there. But I really wish Ron would get off the social issues at this point in time. I understand you got this ongoing fight with Disney, but you made your point. You made your point. Okay, you want to get control back for the state. I get that. I completely understand that. That's all well and good. But again, you're on the where was he? Was in a campaign trail. Was at Liberty University, and you're talking about these issues. Now, granted, it's a Christian school. It's Liberty University. But guys, honestly, we're $30-something trillion in debt. Our foreign policy is in shambles. We're not making friends around the globe by any stretch of the imagination. I talked about this yesterday and the lectures that we like to give. Our southern border completely open. We're losing 100,000 people a year to drug overdoses. Now, what do you think when they were describing America as a shining city on a hill? When people see that, do you think that shining cities on a hill lose 100,000 people plus a year to drug overdoses? There's so many more important things that we need to tackle. And I'm not saying certain social issues are not important, but sometimes you have to let things go and you put them on the back burner. You need to be more pragmatic in regards to how you're handling things. And being honest right now, I'm a little disappointed in Ron DeSantis and how he's handling some of these things. There are more important issues. If you're the Republicans and you can't win, you can't win in a massive landslide when you've got 7 out of 10 Americans are pessimistic about the economy and their economic situation. Well, then, you know what? You might also just, put out a sign going out of business. Put all of your tchotchkes and all of your T-shirts and all that crap, put it on sale and start over. If you can't win with those numbers, what does that tell you? That means you're a political party that's completely lost its way. WatchDog on wallstreet.com.